Good afternoon. My name is Jim Conlan, and welcome to the latest episode of our Entertainment Show. As you know, each week on air in our special part 3 of our show, we premiere new TV series or new movies that are debuting in Ireland and the UK, and especially, obviously, in Ireland for this upcoming month. And up for discussion this week, it's a spin-off in terms of the very successful show starting Nathan Fillion called The Rookie, in terms of that, which went down to huge success worldwide and here in Ireland as well. A spin-off has been in the production now called the Rookie FBI, which caters the police cop to the next sort of level in terms of dealing with federal crimes. And it stars Niecy Nash, who plays the one and only Simone Clark, one of the oldest rookies in the FBI. And she leads a stellar cast alongside Felix Solis, who plays Matthew Garcia, Frankie Faison, who plays Christopher Cutty Clark. We have as well Britt Robertson, who plays Laura Stenson, and our special guest this evening, the one and only James Lesure, who plays the character Carter Hope. And if you recognise that face, you think you've seen James Lesure in your TV screens here in the past in Ireland. He was on a very popular show which was shown at RT nationwide once a week every Sunday evening called Las Vegas at 9 o'clock, which is a very popular series. So if you think you recognise James, that's where you, I no doubt he remembers Catch Eye. But James, enough said, let's get on to it. The Rookie FBI. And James, is this your first real big major sort of TV series that you're enthralled or excited about in a long time? And did you have to think twice to committing to a TV series which maybe gives up maybe 2, 3, 4 years of your life? I know you've done that in the past. I know the commitments that can be involved. Were you very much excited to get involved in a real long-term project? Because this is a real long-term project.
It's possible it can be. No, I was enthusiastic about the opportunity because we have two creators of this show, Alex Howley and Terrence Paul Winter. And Terrence Paul Winter and I went to college together. So he approached me about this project. And this is somebody I've known for at least, over 20 years now. And the thought of being able to work with him on this level was really uplifting to me. And so I was happy to be a part of this.
And did he have an idea in terms of the character for you? Did he seek you out for this role, or did your talent agent sort of recommend you for this sort of role, or did you go for a different sort of role at first and then got maybe pushed in that sort of direction of the character, Carter Hope, or was this always in the cards, this particular character for you? I
think Terrence created this character with me in mind. And so, appreciated that and flattered by that. And so he approached me and let me know what the project was. I knew little about the character. He sort of gave me a brief overview. But from what he told me, I was, looking forward to getting into it.
I suppose, James, when you did your research for coming on board the Rookie Fields, did you look at its predecessor, the Rookie starting Nathan Fillion, to sort of give you a sort of take in terms of the certain similarities that we were trying to push? Or did you see it as very much its own separate sort of entity in terms of, well, this is FBI, that's normal police detective work, there's nothing elements in terms of that I can learn in terms of a crossover?
No, I did. I took a look at what they had been doing in the past. I mean, Nathan is, a talent, a proven talent. And so I just wanted to see what kind of vibe they were putting out there. And so I was cool with the product they were placing out there. Also, I want to say, you forgive me for bringing this up, but you forgot another co-star of ours. It's Kevin Zegers. He's one of the main characters on the show as well. I know you mentioned Britt and Felix and Niecy and all that, but Kevin Zegers is somebody, speaking of being a regular on the show again, he and I were working on another show, I think in 2021 called Rebel. I have no idea if it made it out there, but it was a show that we did together out here. So I just wanted to give him a shout out because I enjoyed working with him.
And I suppose, James, in terms of the FBI, and we know all the CSI programs, we know the Law and Order sort of programs as well. It can be sort of hot and heavy. But when you're dealing with FBI cases, there's a certain series to them. There's a certain gruesome natures to them. There's certain individuals that you're dealing with that, let's say, they're not the most friendliest people, or dare I say, they have sort of bad intentions. It mightn't be drugs. It could be real people who go around committing mass atrocity sort of crimes as well. So in terms of giving that sort of seriousness to the show, in terms of that obviously there's a bit of humor in The Rookie, and I know you wanted to keep a bit of humor in that, but how very much did you want to keep to the seriousness of these crimes as well? Because this is no Brooklyn Nine-Nine in terms of sort of content.
No, we want to honor the reality of the situation. A chosen brother of mine, I call him a Chobro. He's a detective in Los Angeles, and it was years ago. He told me, "Listen, man, there are just people out here that do bad things in life." And he sort of gave me that perspective, like I'm living my life, doing the best I can. And he shared with me that some people get up and they want to do harm. They want to commit crimes. And so knowing that, that sort of gives me an insight into what we're doing here on Rookie Feds. I know, a lot of the stuff that we're experiencing, the subject matter is heavy, and it gets a little bit emotionally exhausting when I'm doing my best to invest in it. So it's nice when we have moments of levity as well, because that can help balance it out. Because if it's just every day, dealing with serial killers or kidnappers or this and that, it can get taxing.
And I suppose Niecy Nash, I suppose, obviously carrying the headline sort of role in terms of leading this sort of TV series, in terms of this sort of main character. And obviously, every cast has its main core elements, but always in terms of has that sort of one person that's maybe the extra sort of shoulder sort of way on. How do you think Niecy sort of handles that in terms of bringing that forward? And she really reveling in the spotlight in terms of that she's number one, and maybe all the rest of you are maybe number two, but you're still very much important. But she obviously has to sort of bring that vibe with her, like Nathan did with The Rookie, dare I say.
Yeah, well, respect to Niecy Nash Betts. She's also exec producer on the show, so she has a lot of input into the product we're putting out there in terms of casting, storylines. She's definitely involved in a lot of aspects of it. And Jim, she's built for it, man. She has great vision. She has great intelligence, great sense of story. She's funny and she's wise. Her position, it carries a lot of weight, and I'm happy that she's the person that's up for it, and she's handling it well. She's got a lot going. She's busy in her life, even with this show and other shows. But she does it, I don't know, with full effort, and she does it with grace and humor. So she's somebody that I'm really happy that I'm having this experience with. It was Terrence Paul Winter and Niecy Nash Betts specifically that really sort of made me want to do this project.
And James, tell us a bit about your character, Carter Hope, in terms of apart from his office, what type of guy is he? Is he brash, egotistical, full of confidence? Is he that heroism sort of guy, the first guy through the door sort of thing in terms of his pursuit? Does he always feel that he drives to succeed in terms of that? Does he put an awful lot of blame on his sort of shoulders if things slip through his grasp? What type of character is Carter Hope, or is he the light and mellow type of guy in the group?
No. He's full of self-confidence. He puts Donald Trump to shame. He makes Donald Trump seem like he's, a humble, I don't know, something. No, my character, I think he's intent on upholding the integrity of the FBI. He really believes in what he's doing and upholding sort of the righteousness of this community, this job. And so that's really his goal, is to play things openly and honestly and by the book and seeing if that, good can come from that. And so I appreciate somebody who kind of lives like that, believes in rules, some certain rules that are proven, and being willing to uphold that and being transparent and of integrity. I like playing that.
I see, in terms of Rookie Fields, you're very much hands-on in terms of production and filming at the moment. I spoke to one of your fellow castmates, and Felix Solis, and he was speaking to me in the back seat of a car in terms of in between sorts of takes. And that's how much. Are you talking maybe 15, 16-hour days at the moment? Is it very much 6 days a week in terms of being in the lot in the studio for 6 o'clock in the morning? And maybe getting home, maybe it's 7, 8, 9 in the night. Is it fairly hectic, fairly intense at the moment?
It is. It's a busy time for me. I mean, full disclosure, when Felix was talking to you in that backseat of the car, I was actually driving the car. I'm an Uber driver part-time too. So I got a lot going on in my life, Jim. You know what I'm saying? But I'm doing my best to juggle and manage all this. But it is, I mean, we're blessed to be working first and foremost, but it's an ensemble, it's a group effort from the cast, the writers, and the crew. It's a lot of people, a lot of moving parts that go into this. And so I'm absolutely grateful and proud to be a part of it, because I know I'm doing it to entertain the masses and inspire the masses. And so I'm grateful that so many people get up every day and put in an honest day's work to achieve our goals.
I suppose, James, you've been in TV series past. You're well known the business. It can be fairly sort of fickle at times. You can think ahead in terms of season 5, season 6, season 7, because producers and directors and movie copyrights in terms of that, they can pull the plug at any sort of time. So do you just take it season by season? Do you sort of think, oh, well, we've great storylines down the line in terms of this and that? Or do you think to yourself, no, it's very much stick in the moment because you just don't know what's going to happen around the corner? Even though you might have a great concept, you might have a great show, that doesn't mean anything in terms of longevity.
Absolutely. I do take it. I do my best to stay present, because my experience has taught me things that I've enjoyed and wanted to carry on. Sometimes they do end, and I've experienced some heartache from that. And so I do my best to make the most of the experience while I'm in it.
And in terms of the Rookie Feds, obviously so many storylines and emotional sort of storylines. Do you, as an actor, each episode rolls around, do you really like getting that script, delving through it? Like, is it almost like being a little boy reading through your favorite sort of novel or action sort of book or comic book, trying to find out what's happening? Are you sort of intrigued what other actors have to say, or their sort of order lines? Or do you thinking, well, that's an interesting take, or that's an interesting angle? Or are you very much an actor that's right, I want to know my lines, I want to know what I have to say, and that's very much it? Or do you want to know the full delves of what's going to happen in a particular episode?
No, I kind of approach it like they're gifts we get every week or present. And so I get to open it up and see what the gift is and see how are we going to play it? How am I going to play with it? So that's sort of been my approach with most of the work that I've been involved with, and definitely this experience, because right, and especially right now with the writers already proving to me that they're capable and giving me, and I think all of us, some good things to play. Now, each week I sort of open it up like it's a present and take it from there.
And James, before we get back to the Rookie Feds, just to close up, I just want to touch on another thing I mentioned to you before we came on. Obviously, you worked with this guy very close. You had a great relationship with him. The legendary actor, we all know him, Lord's mercy, he's not with us, James Caan. You play with him alongside him in that TV show called Las Vegas, which was shown here on Sky One here in Ireland, UK for so many years. Nice. What was it like working alongside James Caan? And when you first, I imagine you were a young actor starting out, then maybe it's your first, second, third, maybe major breakthrough sort of role at that sort of time, having a leading light like James Caan working in a series. Was it a learning sort of feeding frenzy for you as an actor working with a character like that? Or as a cast, was he the big daddy of the group? Was he that sort of awe-inspiring sort of figure? Or do you see him as one of the blokes being around with him? You could have that bit of crack and talk about sports or talk about other aspects of life.
Well, Jim Conlan, I still see myself as a young actor. So I'm going to take a little bit of umbrage when you're saying that in the past I was a young actor. I don't know how. Maybe it's the Zoom thing. Maybe is aging me a bit. No, working with brother James Caan, man, it was an absolute pleasure, and I was absolutely intimidated before getting into it. But he was one of the reasons that I wanted to be a part of the project, because I knew he was attached to it first. It was him and Nikki Cox. I was like, oh, I would really love to be a part of this thing, having no idea how it was going to play out or manifest itself. But during the time, I was just taken aback by his talent, his sense of story. He was a great raconteur, easy to laugh with people, and even personally, I was experiencing some personal grief and during this experience, and he took me aside and took me under his wing personally, and sort of gave his shoulders for me to lean on. So my praise for him is effusive. Like, it was such an amazing experience for me, because he is so legendary, and he was still present, and he was still talented, and still, vital. And so I loved feeling his energy. Like, it's irreplaceable to me. And I'm glad we all got to experience it, really.
And was that an enjoyable shoot, Las Vegas? Was that one of the series that you look back to and say, yeah, I had a blast, and that I'd go back and do that all over again if I could?
Absolutely. Yeah. Maybe with a couple of different pieces here and there, because I think some of our storylines got a little bit far-fetched, but and that was another thing about King James Caan. He was always fighting for the integrity of the show. He wanted to make the show as, gritty as possible. And I guess we were sort of up against some challenges being network television, this and that, but it was him always like fighting for the reality of what we're doing and the integrity of the show. So that's one, and he had a big voice, because like to your point, he was, the big papa on set. And so I really appreciated him stepping up for that cause. But I would do it like we had a blast, man, an awful like a blast. Like, the cast we were really tight. Like, we would enjoy ourselves at work, but then at night we would socially go to lounges together, including Jimmy Caan. He would be there, mixing up with everybody. The DJ's playing, drinks are poured, and he's right there in the mix, man. And it was a really special time.
And James Lesure, before I let you go now, you might enlighten all our audience for the final 30 seconds why you should tune in en masse to watch on their TV screens, their laptops, their apps, their tablets, Rookie Feds on Sky Witness here in Ireland and the UK. And what's in store for them, James Lesure?
Well, we want to make you think. We want to inspire you. We want to make you laugh. And we want to move you. So hopefully you can get all that, with some flavor and some entertainment. So this is what we want to give you. That's our goal every week. So we hope you'll tune in and allow us to do so.
James Lesure, an absolute pleasure for me, Jim Conlan, speaking to you on the airwaves this evening. The premiere of Rookie Feds, actually, sorry, but who's catching up with me now? Rookie Feds, which is on here on Sky Witness here in Ireland. James Lesure plays the character Carter Hope alongside Niecy Nash, Britt Robertson, Frankie Faison, and Felix Solis. And,
Kevin Zegers.
Kevin Zegers,
yes.
Kevin Zegers, amongst many more. James Lesure, hopefully we get on to the near future when season 5 rolls around of Rookie
Come
Feds.
on, let's go. Speak it into existence, young man.
And we can talk again. But for the moment, James Lesure, stay safe, take care, and God bless you.
You too, yo.